This is back in the clay. Welcome, welcome. We're still on Jeju Island. It's November the 20th, 2024. It's Wednesday. It's about 3:54 p.m. Korean Standard Time. Waiting at the laundry. Clean laundry. How's everyone doing? Yeah, it's kind of a rainy day today. Rainy and windy. Yeah, it's like I didn't want to get out of the hotel actually, but I had to do laundry, so I'm here doing some Pokemon maintenance right now. Oh, some good ones, good Pokemon. Wow, this is actually a pretty good Pokemon. Dang, these are pretty good Pokemon. They're high. Some are kind of borderline. Okay, what the heck is that one? Hey Frank, how you doing? Yeah, it's laundry. So I'm in Korea, I'm Jeju Island, so yeah, I mean, you gotta do laundry, coin laundry. This one takes only 500 501 coins, so it's some crazy guy. Yeah, so it's laundry day.
저기서 공속 팔아 오고.
So there's like, I think three different international schools in the neighborhood. So right in the vicinity. So yeah, so mostly students or their parents are in here. So it's like I got lucky. It's not too busy. There was only one guy. Hey, Zico, how you doing? Welcome, Zico. So I hope you guys saw the live yesterday. That was pretty good. The waves over by the mountain area, by the seashore. There was a Korean drama that was famous for being shot over there. I was hoping my sister knew what that one was, but I'm not sure. But they had pictures all over the place. So yeah, there's a lot of dramas and Korean. It was windy and rainy most of the morning and the early afternoon. It's 3:59 p.m. Korean Standard Time, and I found out today that Korea and Japan have the same time zone. I didn't know that. So I had a conversation with the guy just before now. I was waiting for a meeting with him, trying to figure out if I want to start something in Japan. So just a brief conversation. So it gives me, I did some reading too with Jethro and Meetbro, two different governmental agency publications to take a look what's involved. And I also did talk to some people that have set some businesses in Japan too. One of our YouTube friends. So that was pretty cool. It was helpful, insightful. Maybe it's actually the shortest one I've had. It's like maybe 35 minutes. I was like, wow, that's fast. So they look pretty industrial, so it's pretty interesting. But you have to add your own detergent and softener. So but it's a different system, but it's very well. So it's totally in the complex of like some security area. I was like, I didn't know that was going to happen. So, but there's a Starbucks and there's a chicken restaurant nearby, so I'm going to probably check those out. But taxi, it's just too cold and windy to goose a bus. The bus is like, yeah, it's just a little bit too far. Like, Jeju's really spread out, let's just say that. I thought the car would be reasonable, but not as reasonable. So taxis are Uber. Using Uber. There's also another app called T something. It's like, yes, I'm a foreigner, so I press the little thing, and it takes me to another app, and it was like some other kind of app, something T, also like for taxi. So, but it's for foreigners, and if you're a Korean citizen or Korean credit cards, you can't use it. Only foreign credit cards. So the thing is that I was trying to, what do you call it, verify with my credit card. it wouldn't verify with my one of my credit cards. I think it just wouldn't verify. I even called up the customer support. They said they saw something come through, but. So I was like, yeah. And I tried another credit card to work, but there was no taxis in that service around me at night at that time. So then my friend told me, just use Uber. So, hey, believe in yourself. So I used Uber. They have Uber here. And dude, because you know how Uber has this map and all these, like, they're swarming. There were taxis swarming around me on the map, you know. So I did it, and boom, like 3 minutes later, boom, I got a taxi. And I was able to go. But the thing is, when after dinner, that night, I had dinner, and that was the night I had the Jeju black pork. So I came out, and I went to there was nobody on Uber around. It was like, it kept spinning, and it says, we're going to keep searching for you. And then I just went out to where the valet was, and I said, hey, do you have a taxi? They go like this. This young lady, because I saw her when I came in. So I got like this, and then there was a taxi right there, and then a taxi came. So it was crazy. That was pretty cool. So there's a valet there's a taxi waiting right there. So boom, took a taxi. like, oh no, yeah, because I was saying, oh yeah, $124 for 4 days. That sounds pretty good. $124 for 4 days, but it was $124 for 1 day. For 1 day, so that was like too expensive. So then I said, yeah, so it's like less than about $5 for a taxi ride. So I take 2 or 3 or even 4 taxi rides in a day. Done. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's no subway. There's buses, but right now I might take a bus. It's actually the T card, the transportation card I use for Seoul. It's good here for the bus. So, but it was a little bit today so far. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I think the weather's supposed to clear up tomorrow. So, but the buses here are pretty good. I think the routes, because my friends were telling me the routes, you can get all the way here and all the way there and all the way to the airport. But sometimes I guess it's just too cold right now for me. For me, it's too cold. It's like 54. The low is 51. Oh, it warmed up because it was going down to the 30s, you know, Fahrenheit. But not warmed up. But it was just too cold for me to go outside, you know, and wait, you know, at a bus stop or walk out to a bus stop. So I was like, you know, just stay in my hotel, get the Uber or the taxi, and then they'll just come up to my door and fly me over to my destination. So yeah, and we're not in the city, so I can't, it's not really, there's just like, it's an island, and there are pockets of, there's pockets of development. So in between them, there's like long stretches of nothing. I mean, well, there's vegetation, and there's like a road. So, and it's windy and cold, and like, hey, tuning in, Wanderlust. Hey, yeah. So it's like, no, it's a tour bus. It's like, what's a tour group? Like, oh, because I saw all these, I guess female students, whatever, come piling out. There's like 3 or 4 buses with bus loads. It was crazy. Oh, dude, buses. Let's see. Did I create a? No. Taiwan, baby, Taiwan. Well, I've been up. Okay. They have city buses. They have just a regular city bus, and then they have like the kind of like the touring buses have really nice seats. So in Taiwan, from the airport, it was a regular city bus. So I don't know how I found out later there's a metro. Uh-oh, what's going on? Hang on. Oh man, did I freeze? Aloha. Yeah, but I didn't ride the crazy buses there. But the taxis are pretty crazy. Well, actually here, the taxis are crazy. They just fly and going. I came to from the airport here out to here. The guy was like, you know, in traffic. Then all of a sudden he blazed out of traffic. But in Seoul, taxis, they have this. I noticed they have like on the panel, they have like a number. I guess then if I talk to my friend, all the taxis there have this like number. It's like the speed limit. So if you're going above the speed limit, it'll have a little alert, you know, that you're speeding over the speed limit. So no such thing here, man. That guy was blazing. I mean, that reminds me of Hainan Island, man. That was nuts. Shanghai, that was nuts. The taxis. It's like, you think about crazy taxis, it was like, I think, Hainan Island in China. You had that was crazy taxi. The guy, it was crazy summer. I went out to visit the big old statue of the goddess, and then I was going back, so I had to bargain with the taxi driver to get a good rate, and then I think the guy was pissed off, and then so he's just like, it was hot, it was pop music, but the thing is this, and he had all the windows down, so it was blazing, all the air was just blazing in, and we're flying, and the thing is, I can notice the guy, I'm sitting next to him, and I can notice the guy is starting to fall asleep, you know. I said, hey, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, like, okay. Taxi in Korea, Shanghai is such, Oh no no no. Okay, Shanghai, not yeah, that's true. But all you got to do is, yeah, I went, dude. I was there before 2010. Think about that. But then also like you can use a transport card in Shanghai. They have the transport card, but you got to be careful. Don't if you give it to them and have a lot of money, they could switch it to give you nothing on it because they all look the same. My friends told me from Shanghai, you put it in a little case, like a little like whatever, or you put a dot on it, like a little sticker, something like that, so that when you get it back, you know that it's the one that you have. Because there's some stories that people filled up the card, and then when they're in the taxi, someone switched it, so they got it back, and there was hardly anything on the card. So in Shanghai, I remember sometimes in Shanghai, man, during a typhoon, be flying through the streets, and then the water would just be like, and you can't see anything. So, and you wonder, these taxis don't crash into each other. But one day, I think one summer, I did see there was a crash. Because they're going so fast, and they're like really going fast, in Shanghai. So I did see only one crash. I ever saw only one crash. I mean, not during the crash, but after, like they were there outside or whatever. But I was in the taxi, and I was like, oh. But see, also when it rains, I think in any Asian country, when it rains, that's the hardest time to find a taxi. Also, if it's during the daytime, during rush hour, yeah, you can't. You might as well just go on to the subway, man. Shanghai is about as big as LA County, but dude, they got this crazy subway, so it's better to go down to the subway, even though it's like this, like crazy. And then sometimes now, last time I was there, 2010ish, they were starting to do the. Because before they didn't do the security checks, like you have like backpacks and purses, but they didn't have that before. But then after, I guess something happened right before the World Expo in Shanghai. I felt that vibe in Shanghai, the trust issues there. I got stories. I think I already told you guys my stories from Shanghai, man. I went there when it was still the Wild Wild West, man. The Wild Wild West. And then it started because of the Beijing Olympics and then the Shanghai Expo, things started to not be Wild Wild West as much. But yeah, I remember even like from one year to the next, there would be like, I remember going to a shoe shop, buy some shoes on the corner or something like that. I would have these little shops. The next summer I come back, there's these high-rise condominiums there, man, and that all those things are dust. And then, or there's a subway station there right now too. I mean, I was up on Jing'anxi, stuff like that. Taekwondo, Jinanlu. So those are the old days, man. Crazy. Visiting friends, staying over at their place. That was this cool time. And then there was this, what was it called? Dan Coffee. Dan Coffee Shop. There's a Japanese coffee shop over in by my friend's place, just around the corner. I would hang out there. You had to climb up like a little loft area. It was pretty cool. I didn't drink coffee. I drank like hot chocolate or tea, and you could stay there like you could use a study there. That was cool times. And that area was a artist area. It still is an artist area in Shanghai. And they have a lot of like Thai restaurants and little bars. But the thing is, like when it rains, in the front where you get in, there was like a dirt path, so there'd be a freaking big puddle, and you had to like navigate your way through it to get in. And it was some crazy. Almost, I told you, man, almost got Shanghai, dude. I mean, but not to. I went to the. That was after I went to the Science Museum. I came back to the hotel, and some tout got me into a taxi. It's pretty good. So so I went in there and like went to some random KTV that I didn't know where it was. I didn't know where, because I was tired, and I didn't want to pay the museum prices for like food, because museum prices like tourist prices over in anywhere. I didn't want to pay those, so I didn't eat anything the whole day. I was like so tired, low blood sugar. And like my brain was not thinking, and then it's like went in the guy's taxi. You don't need nothing, just come, whatever. So I went. I was like, dude, I didn't know where I was. I had my phone. That was it. I'm a Chinese, the Chinese phone. So yeah, and then so I don't know. I just went to some random, and so the door was open. It was raining. I went in, and then I passed karaoke room by karaoke room. There's like blaring karaoke music was coming out of it, and I was like, there was nobody in there, so I kept passing them, just rooms and rooms, and just keep on going. Finally, go to some one room. I guess, one young lady was like in there. She spoke English. Like that was the biggest thing. She was working. Oh, she worked at one of the big hotels. So she was just doing there, and then basically, all of a sudden, like after 5 minutes, so we were singing some pop songs, whatever, that I kind of knew, like Taiwanese pop songs, or Superstar. That was by at that time. Who was it by? These I can't remember, but it was. But that was those days. And then all of a sudden, the table got filled with all sorts of fruit, wine, charifs of like maybe wine or something like that. They're just cheese platters, fruit platters, you name it, the whole table. And it's just me and her in there. And then all of a sudden, maybe a little bit of time left, she left the room, and then 5 big guys in black came into the room. I mean, they were Asian, but they were big. And then so so that was my adventure. I mean, and then so I was like, oh my. So that was pretty crazy. So I did get out of it. I think I told you guys about that. So yeah, that was a big lesson. I mean, I was able to get out of it. That was one lesson, man. Yeah. That was, I mean, yeah, that was, yeah. Eat food, man. Eat food. Make sure your brain has energy to process stuff, and just don't. Sometimes you go with the flow, and too much flow. And there was no one with me, man. I was by myself. So that's another thing. I think another time in Shanghai, the first time I went to Shanghai, I got off the plane, and I did tell you about the taxi, right? But getting to the taxi, so I got off the plane. Okay, everything was in one piece of luggage. So everything I owned was in one luggage, and that was early days. So the taxi line was crazy long. So I was in the taxi line. All of a sudden, someone grabbed me. Like they grabbed me. Hey, taxi! And that's basically it was like a fake taxi, like not an official taxi. The official taxi line is for real taxis. So I started walking in with him for a while, like about 5, 10, 15 minutes. But then I started to think about something. I'm here by myself in Shanghai. I just got off the plane. Nobody knows where I am. Everything I own is on me. If I got shanghaied, or if I got, if this guy was not a honest guy, I would, he was going to charge less money. That was a lure too, but no one knew where I was, and all my money was on me. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, no. So I went back into the end of the line. It was a little bit longer, but it was like, it was safe because it was an official taxi, a real taxi. So yeah, we flew because it was like kind of smoggy, kind of cloudy. So we were going, I think he was going fast, like crazy fast. And all the seats in the taxi, it was like a little green one, like a compact car, maybe a VW. And it was not a model that we have in the US. And he was just flying. He kept flying down this road. And we were at the airport. And this is the Pudong Airport. And we were on a road, this huge road. I think 8, 10 lanes, whatever. We were probably the only ones on it. And we were just flying, or maybe a couple cars, but he was flying past cars. And and we were going for 10 or 15 minutes, at this pace. We're flying, and we're still not out of the airport. We're still not out of the airport. We're flying, and I could still see the airport. And it's like, and there was nothing. Yeah, man, it's just, you got to be careful. Just pay the little extra money, stand in the taxi line, and get a real taxi. I mean, and then, there's other situation, I think, when I was in Shanghai. Sometimes they have official taxis, but okay, you have your transit card. That's what official, and that's all documented. So it's all keyed. But what I found out, my friend told me, is that some of those official taxis on their lunch break they'll work, or and their whatever break they'll work, but they'll only take cash. So those are other, so it's workaround. So they're using the official taxi on their break time, but they're collecting just cash, so that's not recorded. So you got to be careful about that. And then I was in the taxi with my friend from Shanghai, and they speak I guess some of them speak Shanghainese. So basically, she was yelling at him because he was going a roundabout way. The guy that we had, the taxi we had, so basically she was complaining to him like, "Why? I know these roads. I drive. Why are you going, all this crazy place? You're just trying to get more money, stuff like that." Because apparently for Shanghainese again is a mixture of Mandarin, Japanese, and English. So it's so basically I think my ex-girlfriend, she tried to learn Shanghainese, but doesn't matter. They can tell if you're not a local. You know what I'm talking about? So even if you think you're speaking Shanghainese, hey, how you doing, Shaquille? What's up, man? Welcome to Jeju. Yeah. So even if you're, they'll know you're not local, so it's not even worth it learning Shanghainese because you won't have their accent, and they know, and then they'll treat you different. That's Shanghai. Shanghainese again, a mixture of Mandarin, Japanese, and English. So very interesting that So I think one time I was in the U.S., I did hear some people talking. I said, Shanghainese? And they looked at me like, how do you know? Because there's a certain cadence or you can hear certain word patterns or stuff like that. Yeah, I'm doing okay, doing the laundry. Let's see. Yeah, I'm still waiting. Yeah, the sun finally, wait a minute, did the sun come out? Oh, no, that's just the, dude, I got to fake out. There's a multicolored wall, and one of the tones, it mimics like a sun, like a warm sun kind of feeling. And then with the reflection of the lights in the glass, I thought the sun was out. No, it's cloudy. It's all cloudy. Took a legit taxi to the hotel. Yeah. But the thing is, okay, look, but from Pudong Airport now, well, recently, not recently, but maybe 2010-ish, even 2010-ish, the maglev. Did you take the maglev? They have the maglev at the airport, the magnetic levitation. So I remember I took it before, but the thing is this: the maglev that only goes a certain distance. You get off it, and then you have to go to a regular train or a regular subway. So, but maglev. But I think Japan has been working on maglev, magnetic levitation. Yeah. But the thing is, did they have it all the way to town? But guess what? Okay, it costs. You know how much money it costs for all those stuff? It's expensive. One time, my friend told me, dude, it's like, I think 12 RMB. 12 RMB? There's a bus stop from the airport. It goes all the way to certain areas in Shanghai, and where I was going was Jinan Temple. So I got dropped off in Jinan Temple, like across the street from my hotel. And it was like, I think 12 or 18, maybe 23 RMB. But it was so inexpensive because at that time it was like 8 to 1. So that was maybe $3 to get to town on the bus, because there's a bus stop right there. It's a local bus, and it's a kind of an express, and it gets packed. It always gets packed, but it was like $3, man, and it was easy. It was easy, and I didn't know about it. That was crazy because all the tourists will take the subway or maybe a taxi. The taxi's like, what was it, $50? Whatever kind of stuff, man. But yeah. So my friend is local. She told me, man. She told me about that. So, I mean, she's banked too, man. How does she know about this? I guess she wants to save her money too. But Yeah, but it's a hassle because Pudong Airport is freaking far from Shanghai. I don't know, but hopefully my now was the maglev. Did it go all the way to the city? Because before, the maglev was only a very short distance, and then you had the it wasn't it, you know that you had to get off, and then you had to get onto another one, and that would take you into Shanghai. Oh, you gotta take off. All right, man. See you later. See you later, Shaquille. Yeah. So that was. So this one's good. I mean, because this is a wash and a dry, and there's two things in there, 500. But you have to put the detergent and you have to put the fabric softener in here. So it's 500 won for the follow son. You have to put the 500 won. You can only use like 500 won coins. Was it 500 won coins? Yeah, 500 won coins. Cause I put a 5,000 won. Took a taxi to the station to get to the PVG. Oh, okay, to get to PVG. Oh, yeah. So, but there are buses. There are local buses, man, and I think they'll take your suitcases, man, because that's what the locals do. Dude, the locals use this regular bus. It was so cool. I mean, if you've seen Korean dramas, hey, Wasim, how you doing, man? Welcome. What's up? If you've ever seen Korean dramas, I saw those buses over in Seoul. So the buses, people have umbrellas. The buses have these really high windows, big windows. So, and so I saw them, and then I didn't go on the buses though. I mean, but when I was coming back from Hongdae, remember I missed the last train. I missed the last train coming back to the hotel from Hongdae. And it was like, because I went down there, and then I could hear the announcement in English. Service has concluded, for this station today. If you need transportation, please go out of the station for transportation. And I was like, so it was like, oh my goodness. So I went upstairs. I went out to the street to hail a taxi. Taxi. So, I mean, and then there are other people on the street. Someone got a taxi. Then I was waiting like this, and then all of a sudden, two girls went in front of me. They went in, how traffic's coming this way. So I'm here. Two girls go right in front of me. They go right in front of me. But I'm like this, and then all of a sudden the taxi comes, and they're like happy, and they get close to the taxi, and it passes them up, and it stops on me. Okay, you're slowly falling asleep. You're soothing narration. Right. All right, follow this up. That's okay, man. That's cool. So that I got my taxi. So the thing I noticed on the way, we were stopped at a stoplight, and then I saw the bus. There's a bus lane. There's separate bus lanes. It's separated by, like San Francisco. There's sometimes there's bus lanes are separated by these concrete. Hang on. Let me drink water. I'm not gonna drink the water. I'm inside. I'm gonna. Oh, it's 2:30 a.m. there. Wow. So yeah, I saw them, and it was after the subway. So I saw the bus. It was like this. It was like the entire bus was like crazy crowded. I mean, people were like, they were pressed up against the glass and stuff like that. And that was the buses, So I was like, oh, I'm glad I didn't have to use a bus, man. That'd been crazy, But yeah, it'd been a trip. But yeah, so after that was after last train, so the buses were still running, luckily. So if people didn't do that, it'd be taxis or walking. Is that it? Oh, I think that's it. Okay, guys. Thank you for staying with me. My laundry is ready. So I will catch you another time, maybe tonight or maybe tomorrow. The weather's supposed to be nicer tomorrow. It was supposed to be nice this afternoon, but I had some cup ramen at the convenience store at the hotel. So I want to get some substance. Maybe I'll get some fried chicken. Okay, peace, guys. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's like, yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, thank you for being with me over at the Coin Laundry and another Coin Laundry adventure in Korea. All right, guys. Take care. Take care. Bye, bye, guys. See you, Frank. See you, Blame Yourself. Zico. Wanderlust. Okay, guys.